Yo, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. We know that 3.0 is set to release a few new ships into the hands of backers. In this video, we'll take a look at what we can expect, plus some gameplay which will come with these new vehicles. Remember, courtesy of my patrons, I'm giving away a Star Citizen starter package. Commenting on any of my videos throughout the course of April and being a subscriber to the channel will enter you for the draw, which I shall draw at the end of the month, after which I'll start a new giveaway. Tweeting, sharing and following me on other platforms found below won't better your chances, but it would be super awesome of you. The first one is not a ship, it's a land vehicle. Now, currently, the only planetary vehicle available is the Grey Cat, which, let's face it, belongs in cities, not roaming along potentially dangerous planet surfaces. The Ursa Rover is pretty much the multi-use ground support vehicle. It can be used to transport people from A to B, transport cargo, and even provide some additional firepower should you need it. Now, we've seen this in action during the last year's Gamescom demo, and she does look pretty sweet. So you load it up into ships with a cargo hold that's large enough, but unfortunately it does take up your cargo space, so bear that in mind. It has 6 wheels, which allows for excellent maneuverability on all types of terrain. Has a side door for quick access, plus a larger rear door for either, I suppose, troop deployment or cargo loading. The other good thing about the door is that it can be opened and fired out of. Now, it supports what looks to be 2 size 1 weapons. I'm not sure about that just yet, but we'll get confirmation eventually. It has a driver and a co-driver for additional assistance, which is ideal, I think, when travelling across unknown ground. You can have one looking out, maybe watching the map or the telemetry on his screen, while the other guy focuses on driving. Gameplay with the Ursa Rover will be unique, and I expect we'll be using the Rover more than we think. Exploration is the first thing that comes to mind. You find a new planet and you want to explore it, so you spark up your Rover, you grab a few friends and you head off across the surface. For me though, I expect the most usage I'll get is from exploring derelicts planetside, maybe taking a few friends to explore the derelicts, like the Javelin we saw in the Homestead demo. It'll just be incredible. Also, should you find any loot, you can load it up into the back and you can get it back to your ship quite safely. The other benefits to owning the Ursa is for medics. It can be used to transport medics to downed comrades, also loading the injured party into the back of the Ursa Rover while the medic patches him up, and it just provides this sort of safe shell without bullets or lasers flying everywhere. My favourite thought though is using the Rover. So like if you fly down to a remote outpost who requested supplies, but the outpost cannot be reached via the air, then you'll need to physically transfer all the cargo from the ship to the Rover and drive however distance to get to their destination, and then maybe you find it abandoned. Ooh. But anyway, there is a multitude of gameplay possibilities with the Ursa Rover. Personally, I would love to see some variations, one of which would be the ambulance or medical variant. Another could potentially be the police or law enforcement variant with maybe cells inside. But other possibilities could be an APC, which is what it kind of is already, or maybe even an MBC style thing, which is like one that protects you from all the elements and all the dangerous environments, so you can gather data. More of a one to accompany the Endeavour, perhaps. Next up is the Dragonfly, and now this is styled after a motorcycle. This has been flyable for quite a while now, I think. And this is a cool open-top vehicle that can be used in space or planetside, but you cannot transition between the two with it being open top. Now, it's small, it's able to be carried by a number of ships and quickly deployed, allowing for some cool support. It can carry up to 2 people, one pilot and the other one facing backwards so they can shoot for some reason. Now, it's only 7 meters long and features 2 size 1 fixed weapons, which can help ward off potential threats, and although it's difficult to hit, you are left quite vulnerable being an open top again. The ability to work both in space and down on planet is very useful, being able to traverse the planet surfaces at high speeds quicker, I would have thought, than the Ursa Rover is very, very useful. The downside is it only has 1 cargo capacity, so it's not going to be used for transporting goods back and forth. Now, this is ideal for searching wrecks in space. We know 3.0 will come with a lot of wrecks. Larger ships will struggle to get close to these shipwrecks due to the large spread of debris, so the Dragonfly can sort of maneuver through the debris to get to the main chunk of the ship, plus provide a great quick escape route or escape option if everything goes south. Now, also the same for planetside. If you rock up with a big ship to a wreck, although it can be useful with having the proximity to load up any things you find, you could give your presence away too much. So using a Dragonfly to wrecky areas first will be a great advantage to your org or just to you playing alone. The other benefit is if you are on planetside for firefights, you could provide some ground support, very much like I suppose the cavalry would. Being able to assist ground troops under fire with multiple Dragonfly could really change the battle. Another option would be to use them as lookouts, so if your augmates found a derelict, or if you found a great mining area, having a couple of Dragonflies to patrol that area would provide security for those working, so they can just carry on working and know that they are safe. Personally, I think having a couple of these Dragonflies would be very sensible. It's ideal for exploration, allowing you to cover planetary ground quickly and less obviously. Eventually, I would love to see these used alongside other vehicles in its class as pod races, so you could hold large planetside racing events, even drag racing. It would be epic just being able to work on your own Dragonfly and other pod races, modifying them and giving them different paint jobs. Really cool stuff. Anyway, the next ship is Constellation Aquila. Now, this is not generally new, as we already have the Constellation Andromeda in-game and available to fly, but this is a new variant. The Aquila is the exploration variant of the Constellation lineup, and we've seen this in the Homestead demo. It's got a really cool new paint job. It features an Ursa Rover within the cargo bay. Owners of the Aquila will automatically get this, so you don't need to buy it separate. It has extended fuel tanks, better navigational equipment, better scanners, better jump point navigators, allowing you to plot and record jump gates, which will come later. It won't be usable in 3.0, plus a Merlin P-52 snub fighter. Now, the gameplay associated with the Aquila, although will be limited in 3.0 as jump point navigation won't be available, will be similar to the Constellations that we already have, but with the addition of the Ursa Rover. So it will be ideal ship for taking on planetary missions like responding to distress beacons, similar to what we saw in the Homestead demo. Also, I think it would be useful in searching and checking out mining areas, so the ability to fly above the ground and drive along the ground gives the best of both worlds, really. The last ship in the 3.0 lineup is the recent addition of the MISC Prospector. Now, this is your single-seat solo mining ship, and it wasn't set until 3.1, I think, but they've moved it forward because it's ready. We now know that the first iteration of mining will come with 3.0, and the Prospector is the ship that you'll use to do this. With the Prospector, you'll be scanning asteroids or planet surfaces, searching for mineral deposits. Once located, you'll then begin mining, extracting ores into saddlebags on the side of your ship, and then once full, the separate ship will come and collect these saddlebags and take the ore to be sold. We don't think we'll be taking it to be processed, as this isn't really set for 3.0. It'll only be the very basics of mining, the first iteration for 3.0. But expect gameplay to be quite challenging when finding and extracting, but altogether I think quite peaceful. We saw the reveal trailer with the Prospector sitting on a planet mining as the sun was rising, and it just looks really nice. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, before I finish, I just want to talk about the Cutlass. This has been seeing a lot of attention and a lot of love recently with the reveal of the new revamped Cutlass. I personally expect to see the updated Cutlass before 3.0. However, nothing has been confirmed, so 3.0 is likely. The chances are, though, we will see the black before 3.0 in just a quick update. Maybe the red and the blue for 3.0, but potentially it could all come when 3.0 drops. Now, the Cutlass is going to be, I think, one of the most used vehicles. It pretty much has something for everyone. It's got a good cargo space, lots of defensive and offensive capabilities, plus the ability to carry a Dragonfly, which is ideal, again, for 3.0. I expect it'll be used for transporting people to planets, assisting in gathering and transporting goods, providing air support, helping medics respond to downed allies. The options are pretty much limitless with the Cutlass. But anyway, this is the current known lineup, excluding the Cutlass, of course, of ships expected for 3.0. The production schedule report is coming soon, which I shall do a video covering the updates. And if there are any alterations in the ships that we're getting, I'll do a follow-up to this video, so do subscribe for that. Potentially, we could see a few more ships added to this list, as it's confirmed we will not be getting a significant 2.7 style patch before 3.0. So ships could get finished early, meaning that they get pushed out the door for 3.0. We will see. But anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram, and I shall see you next time.